Hey everybody, it's your boy Ron, aka Ron the Artist. And today I'm here to talk with you guys about episode 11, season 1 of Queens on ABC. I love the show, guys. I absolutely love the freaking show. Gives a lot. It keeps my attention every episode, some more than others. But I love the freaking show, and mind you, I have some of my favorite artists in it, like Brandy and Eve. Like, what more can you get out of that? That being said, like, we about to get into some things. In the words of Nicki Minaj, we about to get into some things. So let's get into it. Season 1, episode 11, I'm a Slave for You. Episode is called. Episode was good, it was good, it was good, it was good. Shout out to everybody in this episode fighting for what they truly want out of life and their goals and being true to themselves, because that is a battle within itself. That is a battle within the mind and the heart, spirit, and soul. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Valeria for getting in her space and finding her roots and of her Puerto Rican roots, all that good stuff. Shout out to her. Shout out to JoJo for, getting into this rap career. I really don't support her, really dropping out of school for it. But shout out to her for really fighting for what she truly wants. And Madison, shout out to her too for fighting for what she truly wants. Getting out of that conservatorship. Just fighting for what she wants in life, for how she wants to do it. And shout out to Jill for helping her. So let's get into it. For starters, how they came into the episode with the Hannah Montana song, that had me on fire. Like, what? Hannah Montana. I'm like, wait, rewind. What did I miss? Because that was freaking crazy. That was crazy. Had me on fire. Like, I was laughing and I didn't quite catch it. I didn't understand what was going on, but of course it made sense shortly after. Valeria, she's feeling slighted, with the Puerto Rican artist's residence. Again, she's been, we know due to the story, she's fighting for her, her being her Puerto Rican roots that she was ripped from. Like, she knew she was Puerto Rican, but she was ripped from that in that culture due to being adopted from practically almost after birth. So we know she's fighting for that. We know she's getting to that. So the fact that, a Puerto Rican artist reached out to her to get on their song, to, be on a Spanish song, she felt honored, but she felt very slighted when she couldn't do it the way she wanted to do it, and speaking in her native language and connecting to her Puerto Rican roots. And I can't blame her for that. I cannot blame her for feeling slighted and not being able to connect to her Puerto Rican roots, because that we know that's what she's been trying to connect to. That's a part of her journey in her mother and, all that good stuff with her, her bloodline. So yeah, I get it. Messed up how she was able to get the opportunity to come back to try the song after she fought for it to be in Spanish. She came back, apologized, made it seem like she was going to do it in English, did it in Spanish, sounded dope, and Resident still was not for it, standing on his ground like, I want you to do it in English. She should have just maybe, like she did at the beginning of it, just switched it up, like, go back and forth between Spanish and English. Maybe started it off as Spanish at the beginning and then just started rapping in English. And then maybe ended it off with Spanish at the end. He would have probably worked with that. But it worked out for her in the end. I'm proud of her. She went back to him and was like, okay, I know you don't want me on the song, but please help me get to this point where I can, evoke that culture out of my music and get to that point. And you can only respect and love her for that. So shout out to her. I'm loving the growth with Valeria, because she was a hot ass mess at the beginning of the show, and shout out to her. We seeing growth with her. You know, we seeing personal growth with her, inner growth. Like, you know, so shout out to her again. Love her, love her, love her. I'm loving her more and more as the show goes on. Okay, to Jill. Jill. She's just always in a position where I guess she kind of feels like she kind of needs to save somebody. And in this scenario, she gets a pat on the back too because she did something good. She helped that girl, that young girl, Madison, get out of that conservative shit. Getting out of that underneath her mom's thumb was not easy. Clearly, you see the stunts that she pulled on the freaking, you know, the judge panel. Like, that was freaking crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. She used that girl's deepest, darkest secret and lowest moment against her. That was foul and not okay. But Jill's efforts worked. She bailed that girl out of jail to get to her, not only to get her to the label, to help her, you know, just fight for her freedom and help her fight for her. That's also a low, you know, low point for somebody. Jill, you know, her being at a low point, fighting for who she truly was. She connected to that. She connected to that with Madison, and that was dope. That was a dope moment. It just didn't work out in the long run. Like, damn, Madison, the girl bailed you out of jail, went through all of that, court judges, bought you the lawyer, all of that, and she was sold on your talent. And you was like, after you got out of the conservatorship, you were like, you know, you can't really sign with them. I get it. Financial, good move financially. But sometimes loyalty and trust and bonds and relationships, you cannot compare that to finances. Because that is not temporary. Finances is temporary. Money is temporary. That shit comes and goes. It's temporary. So you can't really replace that. And I think she kind of broke trust with Jill due to that, because Jill put a lot of time and energy into her for her to kind of walk away from Jill at the end of that. So that was a big mix-up, a big, you know, mishap. Made Jill feel bad because Jill wanted the artist. She believed in her. Hell, I believed in her too after seeing her talent. So I get it. But now, look where Madison left her. I get this funky feeling that Madison somehow, some way is probably going to make her way back to Jill. She's going to regret that, and she's going to figure that out, that it's not the same. It's not the same. She cannot compare the bond of any label, the relationship of any label, however much money that they are given. She's not going to be able to compare that to what she made with Jill. So we shall see what happens from here. Okay, moving on to JoJo. JoJo, again, another pat on the back. Jill. I'm sorry, not Jill. JoJo. 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 My bad, guys. JoJo, another person that fought for what she really wanted. You know, we kind of saw at the beginning that she doesn't really feel right or like in a space, in a good space amongst those students in that specific school she was going to. We saw that early on. She was able to make a little wiggle, make a little, you know, a breakthrough with the help of her mom pushing her, but it still clearly doesn't resonate with her because she hadn't been to school in 2 months. She'd been studying and watching her mom and, you know, respecting the craft of music in the industry, and that inspired her. And ultimately, the girl got freaking bars. She got bars, she got flow, she got swagger, she got a sound, and I was sold on her too. But do I feel like she should give that all away? You know, do I feel like she should start that music career in spite of school? Not necessarily. I just graduated from Georgia State about a year and a half ago, and I would say that not even a year and a half ago, about a year or so ago, and I would say that, you know, a music career is going to take a lot of time and money. So and off rip too. I think she should have just got the degree first, or at least pursued music slowly while she was getting the degree. Maybe a single here and there, EP somewhere in there. Maybe Naomi and, you know, her dad, or, you know, JoJo's dad should have given Eric. Naomi and Eric should have given JoJo a grace period, I think. A grace period to see how the music thing would work. And if it didn't work, she was to get her butt back into school. Pronto. Because the music career is not guaranteed. You put in the work and the time and the labor into that damn degree, it's not going anywhere. The music career could go somewhere. Like, it could go up and down at any point. It's not guaranteed, but that degree will always keep you at a point with a job or some type of career at some point. So yeah, that's my bone with that. But again, I still think that JoJo made the best decision for her. I think she needs to get her ass back in school, though. I think she needs to get back in school, but I think she made the best decision for her. So, can't wait to see what's gonna come out of the woodworks with that. Okay, Naomi. I love what she's doing with this label. They're really giving artists the ability to flourish. They're giving them the flourish. They're giving newer artists or artists that didn't quite get their chance to just flourish and find their voice. I love her for fighting for that. And there's a relationship she has with Lady Z. I love it. Now, the situation with her and Eric next week, I cannot wait to see how that goes, how that comes about, because she's clearly fighting this relationship with Eric, as she should, because clearly he's done a lot of BS in the past. And she should definitely be reserved. But it seems like he's over that or past that at this point, especially Galleria's out of the way. The girl is married. Happily married, newly married, whatever. The girl is married. So, we're going to see how that plays out. Like, I just love this show, guys. I love this show, Queens. Like, it shows talent, good storylines, you know, just good, genuine people, good situations. Like, you know, people are fighting to really get to their talent and do what's right for them, do what's best for this group and all of that. I'm here for it. I just can't wait for Dr. Sex to come back. I cannot wait for her to come back, Brianna. I need her to come back. Because that broke my heart a few episodes ago when the girl damn near flatlined on the damn hospital bed. Yeah, I heard it come back to life. But, yeah, I was happy to see her on the beach, on an island or wherever, with her kids, you know, living happily. She will be back. So, again, I can't wait to see that. Can't wait to see what else is going to come with Lady Z. What else is going to come with, you know, Eric and Naomi. Even Lil Muffin. To be honest, speaking of that, they didn't really give us an update on that diss track she did against that blonde girl. What was it? Cash Mermaid? Yeah, they didn't really give us an update on the Cash Mermaid and the Lil Muffin beef. Yeah, the labels put out, you know, offer Lil Muffin a deal or whatever. They offered Lil Muffin a deal, but we didn't get to see how that erupted, how that ended or whatever. Maybe that will come up in the future, but we need to see Cash Mermaid again and what happened after that diss track. Like, crazy how the industry works. It's crazy how the industry works, and the label that dropped her, Lil Muffin, now wants Lil Muffin back or whatever due to the fiery beef between her and Cash Mermaid. Ain't that a B word? Like, the audacity. Like, come on now. So again, More Love It Is. Good show. Love it, love it, love it. Love the show. So that's all I got. That's all I got for this week. I couldn't wait to recap this episode with you guys. This was my first live, my first vlog on this show. My first vlog in general, like, in a while. And I'm happy to be here, y'all. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to get back in the space and grow with you guys. So let's see what happens with that as well. Again, at the end of the day, I'm just here for growth, peace, and love, and happiness. So let's get to it. Peace. It's your boy Ron, a.k.a. Ron the Artist.